Friends, Sony and Marvel have pulled off another big surprise. A brand new trailer for Spider-Man. Brand New Day has just dropped, and this time, they've given fans exactly what they were waiting for ever since yesterday's teaser. For the first time, Tom Holland's brand new suit has been fully revealed to the world, and the excitement that had been brewing inside fans since yesterday has finally exploded. As soon as Sony wiped all its posts from social media, everyone had a feeling that something big was about to happen. And now that it's here, it has exceeded every expectation. People are now reacting to this new suit all over social media, spreading theories, breaking down every frame, and trying to catch every detail. Because this suit isn't just Tom Holland's anymore. It's now part of the legacy of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield as well. It carries echoes of their old suits, memories from their eras, and now all of this has been fused together to create a brand new story that Sony and Marvel are slowly bringing to the screen. And this trailer doesn't just show off the suit, it also features several new shots that are reportedly from current filming locations. And in these shots, there are hidden elements that might lead us directly to the core of the story. For instance, there's a scene where Tom Holland is seen waiting for someone in a warehouse, while his stunt double is filming a fight scene on top of a tank. The symbol on that tank looks very similar to the Inner Demons, the gang led by Martin Lee, aka Mr. Negative. That pretty much confirms that at some point in the film, Spider-Man is going to face off against this dangerous gang. And maybe that's exactly why an action scene is being shot on that tank, because it might be the very spot where the clash between Spider-Man and the Inner Demons takes place. Now, speaking of the rumors circulating on major media platforms, the reports have basically confirmed that Hulk, played by Mark Ruffalo, is returning in this film. And not just him, Punisher, played by Jon Bernthal, will also be back in the intense, gritty style he's known for. But the biggest surprise, the one no one can believe just yet, is the return of Michael Mando's Scorpion. Yes, he's coming back in this film, but this time he'll be appearing in his full comic book look, not like before. This is the same Scorpion we saw in the post-credit scene of Spider-Man: Homecoming. And ever since then, fans have been asking, and this is where the new story begins. The story of a lone boy who once saved the world alongside his friends. But now, all of that is part of his past. No one knows him anymore. No one remembers him. And no one even recognizes him. All that remains is himself and his willpower, the only two things that keep him moving forward. And this trailer makes it crystal clear. Spider-Man: Brand New Day isn't just the story of a superhero. It's the story of a human being who learned how to stand up again after losing everything. And this time, he's entering the battlefield with no Stark tech, no Avengers team, and no backup. Just his own mind, his own hard work, and his deep sense of responsibility. This time, when Peter Parker runs through the streets of Brooklyn, there's nothing behind him. No past relationships, no old memories to hold on to. And that's what makes this story feel so different from every other MCU character arc. It's deeply personal. And maybe that's why the villains this time aren't connected to his past. They're tied to his present, and even more so to his future. Because when you start from zero, your battles aren't just on the outside, they rage on the inside too. And that internal struggle can be felt in almost every frame of this trailer. In one scene, Peter is sitting alone in the corner of a metro station, holding a GED paper in his hand. His eyes show fear, but also hope. Fear that maybe he's not good enough anymore. And hope that maybe, just maybe, he'll get one more chance to prove himself. And that's where the real turning point of this story begins. Because when Peter takes his first steps into college life, he's not just going there to study. He's going to build a new identity. And maybe that's where he'll meet some new characters. People who won't just become his friends, but will later stand beside him in the biggest battles of his life. According to reports, we might also see the return of Betty Brant and Flash Thompson. But they won't be the same high school versions of themselves. They've grown, they've matured, and Peter's new relationships with them will reflect that change. Somewhere along the way, a new love interest might be introduced, something the trailer has been very careful not to reveal. Some fans believe it could be Gwen Stacy, while others think it might be a completely original character created specifically for the MCU. But what's really driving fans wild with excitement is that this film feels completely grounded. No multiverse, no time travel, no jumping off into space. Just a street-level journey of a boy who wants to become a hero again. And speaking of street level, one thing hidden in the trailer that fans are buzzing about is the possible presence of Daredevil. There's a quick shot of a shadowy figure leaping off a wall, and the posture, the stance, the style, all of it feels very Matt Murdock. And if that's true, then this film could reunite us with a collaboration we briefly saw in No Way Home. But this time, it won't be limited to the courtroom. This time, they'll be fighting side by side, shoulder to shoulder. Now let's talk about the most talked about tease in the trailer, one that wasn't shown directly but was hinted at, the return of Norman Osborn, aka Green Goblin. For a long time, fans have speculated about his introduction in the MCU, and now, a structure resembling the Oscorp building spotted in the trailer has only fueled those theories further. It seems Marvel is ready to reintroduce Osborn in their own way, and he may be the villain who puts Spider-Man through his toughest test yet. But he won't be alone, because if you look closely, you'll also notice another building, a glass tower labeled Horizon Labs. And that's the place from which we might just get our very first glimpse into the story of Miles Morales. And if we're talking about Miles Morales, then it's safe to say that Sony and Marvel are gradually moving toward the moment where two Spider-Men will share the screen. If Brand New Day is the launchpad, then within the next few years, we could be seeing a live-action Miles Morales. In fact, there's a good chance that this film's post-credit scene might give us our first glimpse of him, just like we first saw Thanos after the Avengers. A small moment, but one that changed the direction of the entire franchise, with so many characters, so many hints, and such a deep story being laid out. It's only fair we talk about the direction and cinematography of this film. This time, there's a unique rawness in the camera work. It feels like every shot is captured with natural lighting. Locations are authentic. VFX is kept to a minimum, and real action is being given center stage. That's why in every moment of this trailer, we see real emotion, whether it's Peter's loneliness, a quiet conversation with a new friend, or the burning hatred in a villain's eyes. Everything feels more real, more powerful, more human. And speaking of being human, we have to talk about the most emotional aspect of this film. For the first time, Spider-Man has no Happy, no MJ, no Ned. That means when he gets hurt, no one's coming to hold him. When he falls, he'll have to get up on his own. When he cries, there's no one to wipe his tears. This is the part of his story where he becomes more than just a hero. He becomes a man. A man who's willing to give up everything for the world, without asking for credit, without needing recognition. The final shot of the trailer shows Peter standing in a dark alley, blood on his suit, and he looks into the camera, with eyes that are cold, tired, and worn out. In that one look, it feels like he's endured everything. There's nothing more the world can take from him. And now he's not fighting for anyone else. He's fighting for himself. And that is the soul of Spider-Man. Brand New Day. Not just a new movie, but a new beginning, a new mindset, and the most honest and grounded story of MCU's Phase 5. The film is currently scheduled for a summer 2026 release. And according to production reports, the estimated budget is around $200 million, with a large portion dedicated to on-location shooting, stunt choreography, and practical effects. As for the confirmed cast, aside from Tom Holland, we have Mark Ruffalo, Jon Bernthal, and Michael Mando. And there are strong rumors that the post-credit scene might feature either Deadpool or a new variant, possibly teasing the road to Phase 6. The real question is, when this movie releases, will it be able to beat the massive $1.9 billion box office record of No Way Home? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, this film is going to blow up the box office. Because right now, fans want something real, something deep, something that touches the heart. And that's exactly what this trailer just delivered. So friends, that was your full update on the second trailer for Spider-Man: Brand New Day. Now it's your turn. What do you think about this trailer? What did you think of the new suit? Which villains do you think are going to appear? And do you also want to see our first look at Miles Morales in the next movie? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because we'll be back with another massive update real soon.